There are moments in life when everything feels unclear. You wake up, go through the day, and still feel empty inside. You pray, but your heart feels tired. You believe, but your faith feels weak. If this is you, hear this gently and slowly. Jesus knows exactly where you are. You may feel lost, but you are not abandoned. You may feel forgotten, but you are not unseen. Jesus does not measure your faith by how strong you feel. He sees your heart, especially when you are exhausted. Jesus speaks to those who are quiet in pain, to the ones who smile in front of others but cry alone at night, to the ones who wonder why life became so heavy even after doing their best. He says, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Rest does not always mean the storm will stop immediately. Sometimes rest means He gives you strength to stand inside the storm. Sometimes rest means peace that doesn't make sense to the world. That peace comes only from Him. You may be questioning why certain prayers were not answered the way you expected, but Jesus wants you to understand something important. A delayed answer is not a denied prayer. What feels like silence is often God working quietly behind the scenes. He sees what you cannot see. He knows what you are not ready for yet. Jesus never rushes, but He is never late. There are things happening right now that you don't understand, but one day you will look back and realize that He was protecting you. Some doors had to close. Some people had to leave. Some plans had to fall apart, not to hurt you, but to save you. Jesus is close to the brokenhearted. He does not turn away when you are weak. He does not ask you to be perfect before coming to Him. He only asks you to come as you are. If today you feel like your faith is small, that is okay. Even faith the size of a mustard seed is powerful in His hands. You don't need long prayers or perfect words. A simple whisper like, "Jesus, help me," is enough. He hears it. Remember this. Your pain has a purpose. Your tears are counted. Your story is still being written. Jesus is working in ways you cannot yet see. He is aligning people, moments, and answers at the right time. What feels like waiting is actually preparation. What feels like weakness is where His strength will show the most. Do not give up now. You are closer than you think. The night may feel long, but morning is coming. Hold on just a little longer. This is part 1 of this message. In the next part, Jesus will speak about hope, restoration, and the future He is preparing for you. If this message touched your heart, take it as a sign. You were meant to hear this today. If you are still here listening, understand this. Your presence is not accidental. Jesus is speaking to you because He wants you to know what is coming next. The waiting you have endured is not empty. The pain you carried was not meaningless. God has been preparing something that will heal you in ways you did not expect. Jesus knows how long you have been strong for others while feeling weak inside. He knows how many times you chose faith when giving up felt easier. And He says this gently to your heart. I see you, and I am not finished with you. There are blessings ahead that will make sense of the tears you cried in silence. There is restoration coming, not just of what you lost, but of who you became while losing it. Jesus does not only restore situations, He restores hearts, identities, and hope. You may feel like time has passed and opportunities are gone, but in God's hands, nothing is wasted. What you thought was delay was divine timing. What you thought was rejection was redirection. Jesus closes doors that would have drained you and opens paths that will protect your peace. Healing does not always arrive suddenly. Sometimes it comes quietly, through strength you didn't know you had, peace that arrives without explanation, and courage that grows slowly. Jesus heals in layers because He cares about your heart, not just your situation. Let go of the guilt you have been carrying. Jesus never asked you to be perfect. He only asked you to trust Him. Release the shame, the regret, and the what-ifs. The past cannot hold you anymore unless you keep holding on to it. Jesus is preparing a future that will surprise you, a future where you will look back and say, God was with me the whole time. There are new beginnings ahead, new joy, new strength, new purpose. Do not compare your journey with others. Some blessings take longer because they are heavier. Some answers take time because they are meant to last. Jesus is not late. He is intentional. If your heart feels tired today, place it in His hands. Say, Jesus, I trust you even when I don't understand. That prayer is powerful. That surrender changes everything. Remember this truth. You are still chosen. You are still loved. You are still protected. What is coming will heal you. What is coming will restore you. What is coming will be worth the wait. This message is not ending here. It is only the beginning of a new chapter. Walk forward with faith. Jesus is walking with you. If this message gave you peace or hope, take a moment and let it sink in. Subscribe to the channel for more messages of faith, healing, and God's promises. If you are listening to this right now, understand something deeply. You did not come this far to stop here. Jesus has been walking with you through every season, the painful ones, the confusing ones, and even the silent ones. And now, He wants you to know that your breakthrough is closer than you think. There were moments when you felt like giving up, moments when you questioned your strength, your faith, and even your purpose, but you are still here. That itself is proof that God has been carrying you when you thought you were walking alone. Jesus knows the battles you never talk about, the fears you hide behind a smile, the prayers you whispered when no one was watching. He says to you today, do not be afraid. I am with you. Breakthrough does not always arrive with noise. Sometimes it comes quietly, as peace in your heart, clarity in your mind, or courage to take one more step. Do not underestimate small changes. Small steps are often signs that God is moving. What you thought was a breakdown was actually a breakthrough in disguise. God was removing what was hurting you, even when it didn't feel good. He was teaching you to depend on Him, not on circumstances or people. Jesus is strengthening you for what is coming. The next chapter of your life will require the strength you gained during this difficult season. You are becoming wiser, deeper, and stronger than before. Nothing you went through was wasted. Let go of fear today. Fear is not from God. Faith does not mean you never feel afraid. It means you trust Jesus even when fear tries to take control. Say this in your heart. Jesus, I place my future in your hands. There are new doors ahead of you, doors of peace, doors of purpose, doors of healing. When the time is right, Jesus will open them, and no one will be able to close them. Remember this, your waiting has meaning. Your pain has shaped you. Your faith is being rewarded. Do not rush the process. Trust the timing. Jesus is never late. What He has planned for you will arrive at the perfect moment, not too early, not too late. Walk forward with hope. Speak life over yourself. Believe again, even if your faith feels small. Jesus is still writing your story, and the best pages are ahead. If this message gave you strength, peace, or hope today, take it as a sign that Jesus is speaking directly.